Sports. And we'll see Denzel Perryman, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Lions and the Seahawks on Sunday night.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Garden here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 67 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down, too. But once he saw the danger on it, he just threw that one over his head. Smart.
Now the tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Goff now looking to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down and around the 22. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On play action, Fields. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 14 carries, 60 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. They run it with Balaj. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's gone. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read. Almost dared him to try to get his ball out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Goff's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2nd and 5. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Again, Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Goff.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Back to the air, Fields on second down.
He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the ball that time, and they'll look to convert. It'll be a 3rd and 4.
The offense has definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all him much space. A loss results there.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Balaj. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And Detroit back in possession of the football. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, gone. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On second down, Swift. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. They'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up that yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Seahawks. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him all those those times you talk this about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run. And while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to the running game with Swift. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Able to find Lazard. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Fields. It's caught. Lockett. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Play action. It's Fields on the move to us, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And now the yardage that they needed there for the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
It's complete to Lockett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Now Fields. And he's taken in by the tight end Fan. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Fields. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Fields now to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Van Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks would extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes for 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
That quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
3rd and 2, gone. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
No return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Goff got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to be stopped up at the 47-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. The 20. 5. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big breakdown. Fake punt turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Swift is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive backing this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now rock solid because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll run with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And he makes the score 21-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st down, it's Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. To try again after the sack. Fields, middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and fun.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kalen Ballage punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can just see the head coach right now. Run this one over the big boy. And they get it done.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now gone.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Lions on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's third. There he goes, right side.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They'll run right here with Swift.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it, turn and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another's end.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Fields complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time, a 9-point drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 20. Goff now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's brought down at the 24 after the gain of 4. There'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
On 2nd and 9, Fields.
And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Balaj.
He'll take this to the 46.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Balaj. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So the victory here for Seattle. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball